Hello and welcome to my floor. So I recently bought a sewing machine. I had this idea for a dress that I really wanted. These are a few examples of dresses similar to what I had in mind. All of these are by the designer Molly Goddard. And I looked high and low for it on everywhere I could think of secondhand, and then also kind of online. Basically, I couldn't find this dress anywhere. I decided that since I can't get it out of my head, I'm just going to make it. I would say I'm kind of a beginner intermediate sewer. I would like to get better at kind of repairing and making clothes in general. I've never really been a neat sewer. I kind of just, I always just make stuff for myself, so I just kind of try to get through it a lot of the times. I'm a terrible pattern maker. I think this whole process will be a challenge, but also kind of good for me because it's something that I enjoy doing. This is not going to be a tutorial at all. I'm probably the worst at explaining things, and I have to watch tutorials to do things. So I'm probably just going to show you a little bit of the process. While I wait for the fabric to get to me for the other projects, I'm going to fix a few items of clothing that I have. First is going to be this skirt. I bought this secondhand at Buffalo Exchange, and it's spring right now and I really want to wear it. And unfortunately, I got home and went to try it on and it won't zip up all the way. This part was pulling away from the actual zipper, so I tried sewing my hand through the zipper to try and get it to stay. Look at this zipper. It is, I don't know if you can tell. It's just messed up at this point. So I'm going to take this zipper out. So a new zipper in. So I'm really excited about that because I want to wear this literally today. And next up we have this dress. I've had this since about 2017, I think. I've had it for a while now. It's a little satiny slip dress. Let me try this on for you because I just want you guys to see. First, the straps suck. They're just all wrinkling apart. I'm sorry I didn't put on another shirt to show you better how poorly this fits. I was not in the mood because it just always looks so bad. I stopped wearing it unless I had something to layer over it, but I wanted to make this into a skirt for a while now. I just think from the waist down, it's a really pretty design. So I started unpicking the zipper for the skirt. I then went in and sewed the new zipper on. I was struggling a little bit, mainly because I did not switch out the foot on the sewing machine to a zipper foot or an invisible zipper foot. But I got there eventually and we're learning things. The next day I moved on to the other skirt. I spent about an hour using the extra fabric from the dress to put into a waistband. But there are a lot of strange seams on this dress and a couple of different fabrics. So it just turned into an entire mess, and I ended up just hemming the top of the skirt to make it look like a waistband. It's not the cleanest, it's not my favorite finish, but I was done trying to make this work and I didn't have any more fabric, so that's what we went with. This is the zipper. I'm actually really proud of how close I was able to get to the zipper. I feel like my last skirt was not great, but this feels like it's a little bit of improvement. I don't know if you can see probably from here. Yay. Mail's here. When I ordered these fabrics, I was on a bit of I bought a sewing machine high, and I didn't really read the details of the description. They're both stretch fabrics, which is not exactly what I was wanting, but I like the way they look, so I was just gonna keep going with it. The green one, I was going to make a tote bag, kind of based off of this little inspiration. And for the dress, I drafted my own pattern for the sleeves and for the skirt. This is something that I really want to get better at, and I think overall I did a pretty good job. For the top parts, I just took a dress that had a similar enough top and traced it, adding the seam allowance. I have cut all parts of this fabric, pretty exhausted. It's been several hours. I also have done all the patterning for the dress that I'm gonna make. In this, I was listening to the first episode of the Wonder Appreciated podcast while I was sewing, and it really got me through this because I was struggling so much with this fabric. I specifically chose to do this kind of design because I was like, oh, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be the first thing I sew. and then that's gonna give me like the confidence to do everything else. So with this fabric, like the stretch way just did this like intense rolling thing, like I couldn't get it to stop. I finished this morning. I was just sewing and patterning and cutting all of yesterday, so like I'm a little bit done right now. But maybe Friday, I think Friday I'll probably like drink a coffee and go wild. I'm really excited, but my next project is the dress. I went and bought a non-stretch tulle, and here I am just really showing you the differences and comparing them. But I'm going to use the new tulle fabric for the ruffles on the bottom of the skirt and double layer them so it matches the fabric better. And this is also when I started ranting about my rotary cutter. I bought the bigger one first and it just stopped working like almost immediately. Is the lighting terrible? Yes. So I'm working on the dress today. This is how far I've come. I've just sewn up the back two pieces together. And that opening, I'm gonna put ties on so I can like close it fully. I've completely sewn the top part. I need to fix the collar. It's just weird. I don't know what to do about it, honestly. And then here I am showing when I added the skirt to the top and almost died. I decided I wanted to add a few inches to the skirt at this point. And then after I did that, I begun the worst part of this process, which was cutting huge lengths of tulle to make for the ruffles. So I cut all the fabric and I'm now going to base stitch all of them, make all of them into giant ruffles, and then pin them all to the skirt and sew them all. Honestly, I was having a little bit of fun near the end. It's just like super quick and kind of easy sewing it. And then here I am showing you how long the piece of fabric is. At this point, I have sewn 3 of the large ruffles, but the machine keeps having like issues with the bobbin, so I'm gonna take a little break, the machine's gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna finish the last 2 and start pinning. This monster just threw up fabric and I was trying to figure out where he got it. And I found this absolutely rabid foamy piece of fabric. It's like not on the edge either, it is in the middle of this. That's so gross. Ew, Ethan. I've sewn both of the ruffles on. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. There's some like cleaning up I need to do. I am on the last ruffle. I think this might have been the first one I sewed together too, and it's the only one that I was able to actually ruffle the whole thing. A little bit annoyed about that. I have been struggling. So I sewed the buttons on because I thought these buttons would look really cute with the fabric, and they do. I was gonna try and do like button little loops, and I can't. I don't think these buttons are gonna work. Like, it has to be such a small loop for this to work. I could do ties, which is what I was originally gonna do, but then these buttons don't have any purpose and they're so cute. Oh well. Immediately over it. This is the first time that I tried on the dress. I noticed a few of the ruffles were really uneven and kind of like wonky. They weren't like following the lines that I wanted. And then there were a few other things that I needed to clean up with them. I noticed the waist was also a little bit too low. So I fixed those things. I fixed the collar. I added a hem to the sleeves. And then I also added ties on the back. And here are all the projects I made over the last couple of weeks. First up, I have the floral skirt. I'm kind of showing you the zipper here. It's a little messed up. Don't look too closely at it. And I just styled it with a graphic tee with kind of pink accents. And then to switch skirts, I have the dress that I turned into a skirt. I'm kind of showing off the asymmetry and the bagginess of the skirt, but I think it's really simple, staple, and I know I'm gonna wear it so much more now. And then this dress I also actually hemmed a little bit shorter. I think it shows off the multi-chrome parts of the bag really well since it's all black. I'm really happy with this bag. I wouldn't want anyone to look too closely at it, but I do think it's really fun and unique, and I'm happy that I made it. And lastly, this is probably my favorite thing. This dress is just so much fun. I'm so happy I made it. I styled it with bike shorts and a cow corset. I also think it looks really great with something underneath. I styled it with this really colorful kind of bodycon dress, just to really highlight the colorfulness and funness of this dress. And then I thought, just go full color, dress it down a little bit with some fun colored sneakers. I think this is so much fun. You can tell how much I absolutely love this dress already. And of course, I had to do a monochrome all blue look with this kind of absurd sweater vest. I think it's just so much fun, and I think the dress is a little whimsical, so putting it with kind of fun, interesting elements is nice. It's very playful, and I think the sweater is just kind of funny and playful. And then paired with the bag, it also is just another level of ridiculous. There's always like a point when I'm sewing something, and this kind of happened when I made like the base layer for the dress, where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's mainly because I have this like beautiful idea of what I want in my head, and I start making it. And this is the same thing with like drawing and painting and like everything else that I do, pottery. Oh my god. I have this beautiful idea in my head, and then it comes out and I'm like, I suck. I can't make anything. What am I doing? I can't, just quit because I really want to make this dress, but I'm gonna be upset if I finish this dress and I don't want to wear it because it doesn't look like how my mind pictured it. But I kept going. I didn't quite finish this thought, but basically I'm just proud that I didn't quit and then it ended up as good as it did, because I'm really proud of this dress. I think it's so pretty, and like I can't wait to wear it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.